Hello everyone and welcome back to the Osu Catch World Cup 2025 quarterfinals matches. We are back in the losers bracket here with Indonesia versus Taiwan. I am Hypnospira, also known as Anchor, and I am joined by Quijibo. How are you doing today?
I'm quite well. How are you going?
I'm doing quite okay. It's middle of the day, and I'm ready for some Catch World Cup matches today. Starting off with this one, how do you feel about this one initially?
So it is a wider gap in terms of seeding compared to a few of these losers brackets match that we've seen so far, but Taiwan is quite a good team. They did set a few good scores yesterday in their match as well. So they might be able to pull something off against Indonesia, but Indonesia is a strong team as well, obviously doing that 6-1 against Singapore. Both teams going 6-1 against their respective oppositions, so yeah, hopefully there's a bit more parity between these two teams and we see a banger of a match.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this, and they've gotten into the rolls here. Taiwan rolling in 98.
Yeah, you can't beat
It's quite hard to beat. It is quite hard to beat. And they will go with the first pick, so we are gonna get to see what Indonesia will ban.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember what their ban was yesterday, but I'd imagine they'll probably, yeah, there it is. It's always Skin Thief when the Hard Rock ban comes out.
Yeah, when you're casting, then it's the Hard Rock one.
Yeah, actually that's true. I think every match I've casted so far, someone's just banned Hard Rock 1 for some reason. Like, thanks guys.
And we're not going to see Lone Digger either, as Taiwan is going to get rid of that map, which, unfortunate, it's a banger map, banger song, but against a team like Indonesia, I see a lot of sense in that pick.
Indonesia
or that ban, sorry.
Strong on the hidden, so I imagine we'll probably see a fair few hidden picks come out of, well, not a few because there's only two, but we'll see those two hidden picks come out of Indonesia, I reckon. And we're starting with the PP map from Taiwan, so no mod 1, and we're going to play the consistency game to start with here.
We are indeed, and it's like you mentioned earlier, the big seed difference here can often lead to us seeing picks like this come out from the lower seeds if they're not banned. And Taiwan, they almost definitely have players that they trust to be able to play maps of this difficulty. I mean, we see, of course, one of the cornerstones in Uik there, Flyer and Sanami coming in as well. So
Sanami, another one of those veterans, one of the players that have been around Taiwan for eons at this point. So definitely a strong core roster for this map. And I'd imagine Taiwan shouldn't have too much trouble with this, but you do have Epan in Indonesia. I believe Minong's name I'm not entirely too familiar with, but Praneko coming in is also very expected.
Yeah, seeing
Praneko, Netamaru, and Epan.
Yeah, so right now we see Netamaru, Minang, and Epan. Now Minang is a 2-digit player, so while of course rank doesn't mean everything, if this map is very much something that, when it comes to climbing ranks, should not be too much of an issue for someone at that level. Minang very, very skillful. We will see Kroneko come in, and of course this makes sense. Seeing Kroneko, also very long-standing player for Indonesia, been very solid for a long time.
Minong, hidden main, formerly known as Celestia. So we know who Minong is.
Yeah.
It's name change.
Yeah.
So, should hopefully be getting started very shortly.
Yeah, Pam may be switching out for Minang here, so
yeah,
maybe these are the final lineup now?
I'd say so. Taiwan staying very solid in their lineup. And yeah, it will be Minung, Netamaru, and Kroneko.
Yeah, very sensible lineups for both teams here. And we are going to get into this Nomad 1. Nanahira in pool equals good pool, as we all know.
So yeah, there is a lot of versatility here as well. I think in terms of that statement, I had like a bit more of a hot take, so I was myself early missed out a Kroneko on a flyer though.
Yeah, early trades coming out here, but this map is over 4 minutes long, so as Minang finds another early miss there for Indonesia, probably not going to be misses that will determine too much.
Yeah, well, it's just one of those maps where you can miss after 200 combo and still get a million points, so it's going to be if there's chain misses. Or if there's just a bit less form consistency. Sanami gonna miss going into some of these streams, and they're not overly hard, but it is very easy to just overdash it a little bit and just walk off the notes before you quite hit them. And
yeah, but with that miss, Indonesia's not gonna take it back because Netamaru did end up trading that, and Minang is gonna fall once again. So the lead is gonna increase with Taiwan here, and the map, of course, isn't over, but early signs show that this might be a good pick for Taiwan.
Yeah, Tsunami gonna miss again there though. Same with Flyer, so it is going to swap over very quickly unless we see some players miss after this spinner in the break. Because for some reason, they're the same notes as everywhere else, but people just miss it. And we're gonna see that out of Flyer.
Yeah, Flyer is gonna miss. Another lead is gonna be with Indonesia. Kroneko though is gonna miss as well.
Yeah, maybe a few nerves both teams need to get out of the way early. Because I'd say this is well within the 6 roster capability of both teams. So.
For sure. Yeah. And we do see the full combo still from Uwick there. Very impressive here. Sanami is gonna find a miss. And that's gonna slowly bring it back towards Indonesia. Never mind, Minang is gonna stop that with a miss of their own.
Not by much though, it is staying very, very close. It's only 10k points right now. And Uwick gonna miss! That's the full combo down.
That is the full combo down, and that is what Indonesia wants to see. Flyer also gonna miss.
And yeah, now Netamaru is in form over 1k combo. Minong and Kroneko both combo capped as well. You're gonna find another miss there, and no one in Taiwan's above 200, so they are going to get a sizable lead right now going into the bridge.
Yeah. This is something that Indonesia wants to see early here as Sanami finds another miss. Flyer has reached a 200 combo market once again, and Uwick is trying to get there. Yeah. Looking good for Indo right now.
Most certainly, and yeah, Sanami's struggling with a few of those movements on the right side. Every time, like a fair few of the times where I've seen Sanami miss, it's been on the right side. And I'm gonna find a miss as well, so this will help Taiwan take it back a bit, but they need probably 2 or 3 misses at least out of Indonesia to bridge the 62k score.
Yes, indeed, and yeah, we're approaching the end here. Netamaru is actually gonna miss right as I mention him, and unfortunate, but it's not enough to bring it back for Taiwan.
Yeah, and we'll see if anyone misses this final bit.
Kroneko's gonna find a few, but actually, no, the entirety of Taiwan is also gonna miss. So.
Yeah, whole roster trade there, unfortunately, for Taiwan. So Indonesia will start with a break point on the board.
Yeah, very good for them. And the lead, the point ends up being above 100k, but I mean, looking through this map, it wasn't that big of a difference for most of it. This was in Taiwan's favor for quite a while.
Yeah, it was fairly even. It was just a few spaced misses out of a couple of players just sort of sort of creating that large deficit, especially at the end there.
For sure, and Indonesia are going to go into their pick with the momentum in hand after this break point. Definitely helpful. And we did see Taiwan ban out that hidden one, so maybe Indonesia just decides to go in that direction right away. They do have a very, very solid hidden roster at their disposal.
Yeah, perhaps a hidden 3 shall come out.
Can definitely see it happening, and while we wait for the pick to come out, I sure hope that you guys aren't waiting to get your banners. For those who haven't, make sure you do. They look really clean. And we're in the quarterfinals. If there's any time to do it, is now.
Oh, most certainly. I've got mine.
And they're just taking a little bit of time to pick here.
Yeah, I suppose it depends on where you're looking. If you're just looking at the match alone, I'd almost be inclined to think hidden. But then you look at the... Yeah, there it is, too. I was gonna say, you look over at the Twitch chat with Z-Banks, and it's seeing a lot of hard rock too there.
Yeah, but it's gonna be the AR8 hidden here. And yeah, we see Madoka come in for Indonesia. I don't think that's a surprise for most people. And Ipanpan as well. And for Taiwan, right now, all we see is Minato Yukina, but also a player that we pretty much expect to see from Taiwan on a map like this.
Yeah. And let's see.
Yeah, I was about to say Minang. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to be on the Taiwan side. That's
you never know.
do a big switcheroo. One player from each team on the other team.
Have a double agent round.
But it's gonna be Flyer and Sanami, it seems, for Taiwan, staying in for this.
Yeah, and then you were going out for Minato Yukina.
Yes, indeed. And for Indonesia, like we've said, Madoka, Ayukawa, Ipanpan, and Minang. As the good lucks come out in chat, and we are going to get into this hidden 2 shortly.
Yeah, it's a strong roster lineup for Indonesia with those 3. So
very much is.
I'd imagine this will be a fairly dominant point, but you never know. I could be wrong.
This is, in fact, a scary roster to go up against for most teams. So, gonna be excited to see what these teams can do. Taiwan players are no pushovers, though.
Oh, Ipan with an early miss there. Just
missing,
like the second note.
And it's going to find a couple more misses there, but Minato Yukina and Flyer are also going to miss, however, so early lead for Indonesia.
This map is going to be one of those maps where it's not going to be about who misses, it's going to be about who combos. There's going to be a lot of misses coming out, and right now the only combos are Sanami and Ipan. Minang getting above 100, so that's going to help the advantage go to Indonesia, but couple misses out of Flyer there and Minato Yukina, and Indonesia is building combos.
Yeah, they are indeed, and Taiwan are struggling a bit, but Sanami, that double S still is quite something, giving them a sliver of hope.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy for Taiwan. It's where they've got one combo, Indonesia seems to have 2 to 3 the entire time.
Yeah,
Minang and Flyer are pretty even on combos right now, and Minato Yukina are building up as well. Everyone except for Sanami. So
yeah, that is a combo reason for many players, and Sanami's gonna lose that full combo, so no combos really on the side of Taiwan. Flyer approaching the 100 combo, but Man, Madoka Ayukawa on that really big combo as well for Indonesia, so looking like a good pick here.
Oh, most certainly. That was a very impressive combo out of Tsunami, and this time Indonesia is going to be the 3-weight reset. Tsunami, the only sort of combo there. I say sort of combo as Tsunami was just above 100 combo and has now reset again, so... Yeah, not a lot of combo out there, and it's just, Indonesia just making that gap even larger, but I suppose we sort of expected it on this one.
Yeah, and like you pointed out, this has very much been a matter of who can build those combos throughout the map, and Indonesia has been successful in that.
Yeah, most certainly. And yeah, taking the point by 284k. So, there's their point on the board, but Taiwan does have the chance to start getting some points on the board now as the pick is back to them. So maybe we'll see something a bit faster come out now, or maybe we'll see them go back to no mod.
Yeah, I am curious to see what direction they go in, because they definitely don't want to lose this too much. They don't want to give Indonesia too much of momentum here, so gonna try to swing it back with a good pick here, but curious to see what direction that will end up being. Maybe that no mod pool is where to go.
Oh my god, that was kind of a hard maybe we might see mix mod as well, because Tsunami was quite good on the hidden, so we could see that as well. Whereas like they might have, you know, specific players who are good at certain mods. Like obviously Uick is a no-brainer for hard rock double time and speed.
Yeah, mix mod is actually going to be double time 3, the Scarlet Rose, which I can definitely see this being a solid pick for them. Mixed mod was very interesting because the player you mentioned, Uick, is one of those players that it has been talked about in previous matches where that map, especially on the hard rock, can be quite tough, but having a player that can just a single player that can play that map at that difficulty helps out a ton. But it's going to be double time 3 here, Scarlet Rose.
And I believe Tsunami can also play with the DT as well. I think Minato can do it too, so I think all around they should have a pretty good 3-player lineup. Seeing Indonesia mixed it up a little bit, I'm assuming it's going to be Ipan, Kronako, and Netamaru. Netamaru did get over 900k in the match yesterday. So I'd imagine it'll probably be Ipan, Kronako, and Netamaru this time, sort of subbing in for Z-Banks from yesterday. Maybe hoping, take a stab at that break point.
Yeah, these rosters make a lot of sense here. Netamaru has come in. We see Flyer actually instead of Minato Yukina, but not too much of a surprise in my opinion. Flyer has shown very good skill on DT throughout this tournament, so.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I believe Minato is a little bit more of a hidden player by nature, but you never know.
Really enjoys those lower AR maps as well. And good luck, have fun's coming out in chat, and we will get underway.
Yeah, and while Netamaru did have a very strong score on it, Uick is very good at double time as well. I think that sort of scary presence of Netamaru is sort of negated by having Uick there too.
It definitely helps having a player like Uick on the team.
Yeah, it's sort of a bit like that Italy-France factor yesterday, where you've got like Kameyama for Italy and then like Electro T-Tobus for France.
Yeah.
Tsunami with the early miss.
Tsunami with an early miss. But yeah, Netamaru's going to trade that actually, so because those misses were before 200 combo, it's going to favor Taiwan, but Flyer and Sanami gonna miss again.
Yeah, and this lineup is quite strong for the double time, I'd say. Ipan and Kroneko still with the full combo. You're gonna find a miss there, so no full combos left on the side of Taiwan, and Indonesia is running away with it early. Netamaru finding a couple of misses there, but his team is making up for it most certainly right now.
Yeah, Kroneko gonna lose that combo, but Ipan still holding on to that double S. Very impressive. Doing a lot of work for Indonesia here.
Yeah, combo down, but Taiwan was starting to make back a bit of that combo before when Ipan was the only score left, as they do have 3 combos back now, but they did have 2 to 1 for a second there as well. So they might pull it back in this second half. It is quite close, 25k gap, and they have the advantage. As Kroneko is down, Fly is down.
Yeah, Fly, but Kroneko's gonna trade that, so it's gonna stabilize a little bit. Actually, Kroneko with another miss is gonna give it back towards Taiwan.
Yeah, and this song does not let up in this backhand either. It's still very intense in terms of movement and spacing in particular. As Flyer will fall victim to that spacing there. It's 2,000 points difference. It is very close as Ipan had traded 700. It's flickering.
Is Kroneko gonna miss though? So
Sanami and Flyer go down too.
Double miss. Ipan is gonna miss though.
Oh, sorry, it's Yuik and Netamaru.
Sanami missing is also, yeah, it's those 2 combos, Netamaru and Yuik. Ipan though, is it good? Are Taiwan gonna be able to hold on to the end? Sanami gonna miss with Ipan trading it.
Yeah,
and they are gonna be able to win it.
Taiwan barely taking that point by 10,000. It was an absolute dogfight towards the end, but Taiwan just managed to take it. They are points on the board, and that is definitely good for them. Yuik with only a 2 miss and Netamaru with only 3, so both very strong performances. 960k out of both, and just those couple of extra misses at the wrong time for Indonesia, sort of making the difference there. Everyone having space misses aside from Yuik and Netamaru, but Taiwan just a bit more combo consistent. Very slightly.
The battle between Yuik and Netamaru there at the end, very, very exciting to see, and Indonesia wasting no time, gonna go straight back into the hidden bracket. Makes a lot of sense for them.
Yeah, just claim that bracket, and then yeah, there's certainly some points. Don't know where they're gonna go after this. I think there's plenty of comfort for them in the no mod pool, especially maybe some of the trickier no mods. As I know, Ipan is quite good at some of the trickier no mods. Same with Netamaru.
Absolutely.
They do have a strong hard rock roster. They're pretty much all around versatile, so it's sort of just what they're feeling against Taiwan, I suppose.
Yeah, we did see the Hard Rock ban come out from them, but it was the Hard Rock 1, which is more so I'd argue a consistency map.
Yeah.
And it makes sense to get rid of something like that. The other 2 Hard Rocks are quite different from it, so maybe that's an angle for them after this. But as of right now, we have our hidden 3 to watch. And the lineups are seemingly going to be Minang, Ipan, and Netamaru for Indonesia, and Minato Yukina coming back in for Taiwan. Makes a lot of sense, replacing Sanami.
Yeah, and Yuik staying in this time. It's almost a little bit surprising to not see Sanami in here, as Sanami was the stronger performer for Taiwan. You could say the hidden carry on the hidden 2 map, but maybe that is just the low AR, as a pro trait is always going to make a difference.
That is true, and you could make the same argument for Madoka on the side of Indonesia, who was also very strong on that hidden too. As early here, Ipan is going to find a miss.
Yes, you're not wrong. I didn't even pay any mind to that one actually. So yeah, it's going to be Yukin Netamaru. And Fly going to find a couple of misses there. I think it's 2 FCs to 1 right now, so yeah, 2 FCs to 0. Uik is going to miss there. And yeah, no combo on the side of Taiwan, so this is going to be very much Indonesia.
Yeah, Indonesia are holding on strong here. That double S from Minang is gonna fall, but still very solid lead, having been taken from Indonesia here. Right now there's a slight combo advantage for Taiwan. Gonna have to see quite a bit of misses come out from Indonesia for that to change, but
yeah, 100k score the difference, and Uik the only combo above 200 for Taiwan right now. It'll probably not really wind anything back, especially with that miss from Flyer, and there's not really much combo beyond that on the side of Indonesia is there. They have 1.5 combos.
Yes, indeed. Gonna lose that half combo though.
Yeah, but Uik loses the combo for Taiwan. Minato Yukina is there to make it up, but that's just not enough.
Yeah, and that combo is also gonna fall, so as we approach the end here, Indonesia proving the strength they have on hidden.
Yeah, just consistently staying ahead in terms of that combo advantage, and that's just going to put that point on the board with not much trouble at all. And yeah, seeing solid scores come out of both sides, but it's just everyone for Indonesia above that 850k mark, where Taiwan just a bit behind in the other 2 players aside from Uik.
Yeah. But I do think Taiwan a little bit expected Indonesia to be the stronger hidden side, so I wouldn't expect this to be too much of a knock on the morale.
Yeah, apparently Minato Yukina getting a Discord call while playing, and that is it. Unless you have all your notifications very much muted, that is a very annoying sound.
It's very distracting. Very distracting for sure. But it is Taiwan's pick, and I am very curious to see where they go. It is kind of risky. I mean, any pick here is risky against a team like Indonesia. Don't get me wrong. But I'm wondering if the no-mod convert, the no-mod 4, if that is a potential direction. Indonesia does have very good convert players, however, but so does Taiwan.
Yeah. We could even see a Hard Rock pick come out. Like I
We
said,
could
they do
see.
have a Hard Rock roster, so...
They do indeed.
They definitely just need to go with what they're going to pick. And DT, of course, the
Yeah.
point that they took, that's
makes sense.
very sensible for them.
It is very sensible for them. I was also thinking about the mix mod that we talked about earlier, but it's going to be Double Time 2, the Mega Man 2 medley, and yeah, it's like we said, this makes a lot of sense. They took the point on DT3, and they will try to capitalize on the mod pool that the point came from.
Yeah, most certainly, and you never know. This one is a little bit different, a bit more of a bit of a lower AR pick, a little bit of reading, a little bit of change in pace. But I think in terms of like difficulty, I feel like this map is more so hard at the start than it is towards the end.
Yeah. I would be inclined to agree. And if we see Sanami coming back in for Team Taiwan here, and Svanx now coming in for Indonesia. First time showing up in this match, I believe. So welcome to them, as Kroneko and Netamaru will seemingly stay in for this. Or Kroneko coming in, sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, bear with me a second.
Yeah.
I believe they were replacing Epan on the DT.
Yeah.
This time around.
Yes, indeed. And it's going to be Sanami, Flyer, and Uik for Taiwan. Same roster as the last double time.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, why fix it?
Exactly. This is quite a short map. Just over that 2-minute mark. Svenks and Uik are going to trade. Actually, the entirety of Taiwan is going to fall early. And right now, it's Netamaru with that big combo, Svenks as well with supporting combo.
I feel like we did see something a tiny bit similar in the other match, but not in the other DT pick. Maybe not to this extent. Zvank's going to find quite a few misses there, so it's not entirely out of the ballpark for Taiwan right now. But the biggest issue they have is that big combo out of Netamaru and now Kroneko being above the cap as well, where it's only Uik right now and about to be Tsunami 2. Zvank's gonna find another miss. Flyer trades, but that score Kroneko's down as well, so that score gap inching ever closer.
It is indeed. Netamaru is gonna lose that big combo, so it is quickly going towards Taiwan, and the trade between Sanami and Kroneko is gonna favor Taiwan.
Yeah, we're about to see it flicker over. Uik putting in a lot of work with this combo. And yeah, Uik, once again, just being a massive carry.
Yeah, Flyer's gonna lose that combo, but that's traded by 2 of the players on Indonesia, so Sanami finding a couple misses, and but Uik is gonna also reset. Yeah, that is a full board reset, and Indonesia's gonna take back the lead.
Yeah, Netamaru this time being the big difference maker.
It's been those 2 on the double times, Netamaru versus Uik.
Yeah, most certainly. Zvank's gonna find another miss there, so it's not gonna be too far away, but that time is running out. Trade out of Zvanks and Tsunami. Another break from Tsunami. I think we're gonna see a break point here.
Yeah, we might actually see a breakpoint here, but it is slowly dwindling. Are Indonesia going to be able to hold on? Svenks with another miss, but I do think it's
not going to be
too little too late. It is too little too late for Taiwan, and it's going to be another breakpoint for Indonesia.
Yeah, just barely a 16k point gap, and yeah, just not enough consistency in the end out of Taiwan there. It was getting close with the misses from Zvanks towards the end, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, it is. I think it's hard to compete with a performance like that, but it's gonna be Hard Rock 2.
Yeah, there it is. We're gonna see it at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with that last one as well, it was where also difference maker was where Uik missed as well, as Uik and Netamaru both getting the 3 miss, but I believe 2 of Netamaru's miss were very closely spaced together, as Netamaru had about 30k more points at the end there.
Yeah. And yeah, the lineups here seemingly Kroneko, Netamaru, and Svenks for Indonesia. And Sanami, Flyer, and Uik once again for Taiwan.
We'll see how both teams go on this. I know Netamaru had the 900k yesterday. I believe Uik also had a strong performance there as well, also above the 900k, so they both had really strong plays on it.
Yeah.
Both below 5 misses. So I suppose it'll just come down to who the strongest second and third players will be.
Yeah. Both teams sporting very capable players on this, but the nature of this map, it's not an easy one, and Svenks is going to be the first to fall early here.
Yeah, it's too easy to miss. Yeah, Uik and Flyer both going to miss as well. Kroneko going to miss too, so that score's not going to go too far.
No, Sanami is also going to fall. Flyer now as well is going to increase the score lead quite significantly for Indo.
Yeah, it's just Netamaru, I think, still on the full combo. I don't even know if that's a full combo.
I believe it is a full combo, it's just a matter of droplets. But Kroneko and Svenks both missing. Kroneko and Svenks again, so it's gonna rapidly go towards Taiwan here.
Yeah, and we might see a lot of this back and forth, because it is one of those maps where the spacings just get you. It's one of those, it's like slightly memory, but it's also very much spacing.
Yeah, and Svenks and Kroneko, sorry, Svenks and Sanami are gonna find a trade there again, and the other players have found their footing. Kroneko reaching that 200 combo, Svenks gonna miss again. Flyer gonna trade
gonna trade, and Yuik and Netamaru just being that strong core on both sides, and yeah, like I said, we're expecting that. It is really going to come down to players 2 and 3 here. And
it is indeed. And Sanami is seemingly struggling a bit on this. Svenks as well, though.
That a bit, yeah. Sanami and Svenks trade, and then Kroneko and Flyer also trade. So Flyer going to miss again there, but the gap is just sitting at 30k right now. There's just too many trades, and
Netamaru's gonna lose that big combo, and Yuik does actually end up trading it.
And Zvenks is there with the miss as well, Flyer trading too, and it's Sanami equal Kroneko. It's very even right now, but slight advantage to Indonesia. That score is running back quickly.
It is going back towards them, and are they going to be able to hold on to this?
Yeah, it looks like it's 2 combos to 1, so unless they miss now,
Flyer and Sanami are going to miss. And that might be the nail in the coffin, especially with a miss from Flyer once again. Yeah, that's
bringing it back right at the end, and that is getting them to match point, securing their pick.
Yeah, but it wasn't a comfortable one.
No, certainly not. It was just down to those couple of misses towards the end, leaving Indonesia with 2 combos to 1, and that certainly just helped them get across that finish line, even though Taiwan essentially held that 30-40k advantage for most of the match.
Yeah, Taiwan were sitting quite pretty for a while, but it ended up not being enough in the end, and Taiwan are gonna have to find a pick. Do you think they'll trust going into the double time 1 here? No, it's actually gonna be no mod 4. It's gonna be the convert.
The convert pick.
Yeah, like I alluded to a little bit to earlier, because I know they have a very capable convert roster, and this is a bit on the technical side when it comes to converts. So maybe, hopefully, gonna throw some of the Indonesia players off here, but yeah, Indonesia also have players like Madoka and Netamaru, 2 very well-known convert names.
Yeah, neither team actually played this yesterday either, so they might be a little bit... Maybe that's sort of what they're going for. Maybe they're sort of depending on that, because Indonesia don't have like a set score on it. Maybe they're feeling like they can wager that play.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, both teams do have strong convert lineups, as pretty much all the players in this lobby have played a lot of converts.
They have indeed. These are players that you see on a lot of leaderboards and a lot of difficult ones as well. So it's gonna be an exciting match.
Oh, this certainly.
And this is
to be very close, but at the same time, with maps like this, it also has the potential to be very one-sided. So
yeah.
I suppose Taiwan probably wants to hope that one-sidedness, or if it's close, that the close is in their favor.
Yes, indeed, and we are about to see if Taiwan will stay alive, because it is do or die for them, as Kroneko and Yuik are going to trade early. Madoka falling early as well, though.
Yeah, a couple of misses out of Madoka and Kroneko. So, early advantage to Taiwan. 2 trades to 1 here right now. As Flyer being only missed when Koneko and Joker traded there. 2 to 1.
That's a lot of misses coming out.
Edamaru's the only one left.
Yeah, and that is making the difference here.
Yeah, a bit of a struggle in early going for Taiwan, unfortunately. There's a lot of map here, but Netamaru's just doing so much for his team, just maintaining that combo.
Yeah, Netamaru's doing the work here. Sanami's gonna fall again. Koneko and Madoka finding a double miss though, but it's traded by Sanami and Flyer. And now the Yuik is up at a 200 combo. Gonna have to see more consistency from the supporting players of Taiwan and for Netamaru to lose that combo, because that double S almost halfway through. I mean, it's hard to compete with.
Even with that double S, if Yuik is just not on his own for this second half, like if Yuik has a good supporting combo and they see more drops out of Indonesia, it's wholly possible to bring that score back, but it is getting larger as there's no combos on the Taiwan. Netamaru is finally going to drop, but there's too much of a gap right now. We're probably going to want to see Taiwan 3-way FC the rest of this map and have a few more misses out of Indonesia to back a deficit this large.
Yeah, Kroneko's going to lose that combo, but that's not going to be enough. Although 2 players fall in Indonesia, but Taiwan are going to trade both of those misses.
Yeah, unfortunately, Netamaru just too consistent here as well. Making a huge difference, not making the whole difference, but definitely making a massive difference. It's a bit of an unfortunate loss on this map for Taiwan. But
yeah, it's like you pointed out before the map that this is one of those maps that has the potential to be very one-sided, and unfortunately for Taiwan, it wasn't in their favor.
Yeah, unfortunately not. But yeah, that is going to be a pretty strong play out of Netamaru getting K there, and that will bring it home for Indonesia, winning 6-1 here. There were a lot of close points for Taiwan, so I don't think Taiwan should be too upset with this one, especially considering the gap. Putting on a performance like that against Indonesia, definitely a good effort out of them. It's just, what can you do against the top 8 team?
I mean, yeah, Indonesia is an incredibly talented team, and we were well aware of this very skillful team. So I think Taiwan should be very proud of how far they've gotten in this tournament and how they've done. Congratulations to Indonesia are in order. Still you still have to come and play the matches up to par, and Indonesia has done more than good enough today.
Oh, most certainly. And I mean, at the same time, it's almost surprising, even in bracket to start with, but a bit of an upset happening last week, if I'm not mistaken. But they're certainly showing that they're not to be messed with. And
Absolutely.
go on to face